So today's the same day as I filmed like the video from last week, the back to school video, or whenever this is going up. I kind of have it planned out, but yeah. But I'm filming this all in the same day just so, yeah. But I'm wearing the same outfit, cause like the last like 2 videos I filmed in like the same day, so yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to get things done, so I'm not like rushing to upload while I'm in school, cause school is starting pretty soon, so yeah. But today's video we are going to be doing a how I organized and get ready for school, just so you all can maybe get some tips, tricks, and things, just so that school comes easier for you, and so that it will be a little bit easier, and maybe some things that I tell you may want to use, just because, yeah. So yeah. Have a dedicated notebook for every class. So this notebook I am planning on is to put every single note from every single class into. How I will organize this is in the very front of the notebook. If I can find it. It's very difficult because it has like 3 folders. Is I want to put a index that would be about 5 pages front and back. So I would do about 3 pages, so 6 actually, but it would have an entire index. So it would be like index up here, and then for example math, adding, so I would put math ... adding, and then page blank, page 1, and then I would highlight it the designated color for that class. So with my highlighters, I would make a like key in the very back of my notebook and be like, this color means this class, this color means this class, and every single color is representative of the class. And then up here I would color it in, and then in the corner I would color the color just so that it's easier on the eye to look for what I'm looking for. But this has worked for me for about 2 to 3 years. Freshman year I don't really count because I was old of mine, so yeah. But it works quite well, and it keeps me organized. I don't know if it would keep you all organized, but it keeps me organized so that then you don't have an issue with like getting things done. But yeah. So notebook. And too, if you even want to, I've never done this, but you can keep your notebook in your binder, so then it's carrying less, because again, if you're in middle school, you have to carry everything around at once, and it just ends up being an entire hassle of, oh no, I'm dropping my things and whatnot. Because I would see kids that would legit carry like 4 or 5 binders and a notebook with them through the entire day, and I was just like, you're gonna break your back or drop this, and it's just not gonna go well. So this is the system that I have learned to keep everything organized, so I don't have that problem, and I want to share it with you. Next is the folder. This is my tip. With this, it's really nothing. If it's hole punched, usually with this one, it has, the reason why I'm not showing the front is because it has writing in here, so I don't want to show personal information. But in here it has those like little bendy things that are like a binder but in a folder. I would recommend putting your hole punch things in here and then putting everything else in the folder flaps, because you don't want to end up losing it and then not getting a good grade on it, or not getting graded on it at all because you lost it. Because I know that in middle school they were a little bit lenient on it, but it's still, you need to get your stuff done. So just have a folder, and even too, with having this folder, this could be the only thing that you take home, and the rest you just leave at school, unless you need your notebook for like looking at notes during your homework. But this saves a lot of time, space, and energy, because who wants to be carrying home an entire like 50 things to school, like home with you? It's just, no. Tip, I don't know at this point. I will put it up here because I'm putting each much tip up here. But, my other tip is I've learned personally, now at some point, like in my 8th grade year, they were paying for kids' school supplies, like they were giving each kid their own school supplies. Me, I had my system down already, so I just went ahead and bought my own because I felt more comfortable doing that, and then I gave to my friend who had just kept all the extra school supplies in my locker, so if any of my friends needed anything, I would be able to give it to them and not feel worried about it, because I had my own, so yeah, I just always was sure to keep that in mind. So if you feel like you could get your own and then give it to someone else, I would do that, just because it was a lot less of a burden for a lot of my friends, and they got extras in case they needed it. So like one of my friends needed extra tab dividers and they only gave me one set of tab dividers, so I just gave them mine so they had that extra. Or like pencils, I kept a few and then my friend kept a few. It's just things like that, just to make it a little bit easier, so that then, yeah. And sometimes they don't have enough or things like that, and things get out of hand, so it's just better to kind of be a little helpful. My next tip is to keep your locker organized. It's so helpful to just keep your locker in order, keep things nice and neat, and even decorate it a little bit if you want to, just because school feels like prison anyway. To have that little bit of decoration in your own little style, just to make you happy, I would do it. But keep your locker as organized as possible, even if that's just like throwing things in there. Don't do that. Just place it in nicely and place it in order, because I've had several times that I was able to just get in and get out of my locker just because I knew where everything was, and I was able to get everything, because I know a lot of my friends, they would like keep their lockers a mess, and then they would like throw a binder in there, and then it would like break open, and then they couldn't find their stuff. Where me, I would place it in nicely, so if a binder flew open, I would be able to find everything, and everything was still in order, and I wouldn't be having some loose papers and things like that. So yeah. Another tip for you all that you may find helpful is I've used those, like a lot of people use them for like documents, like bills and things. They're like the little binder things, and like you fold them open and they have like little compartments. I'll put a picture up here if I can find one, but yeah. I have used those for as long as I can remember, for old school work, so I can still use the binders later on, and I keep it at school, so say that, hey, I want to clean out my binder, have a fresh start in the middle of the school here, just so that like I'm not carrying a lot and things like that. Even though you can do that, but me personally, I like having it where I separate things, and like I would do it every time we came back from a break. So like spring break, fall break, summer break, things like that, or winter break, fall break, spring break. I think that's it. I would clean everything out and then organize my binder again and have a fresh start. What I would do is get one of those little like thingies and I would put them in, I would like organize them by classes, and then that would be that year's little thingy. This is what we're going to call it, the thingy, and we're going to make this hand motion when we talk about the thingy. Yes. But I would use that to take everything out, organize it into classes, and then if like later down the road, oh, I'm having a missing assignment, oh, I can go back to this and look through it, and here's the missing assignment, just so everything's in order and clean and happy. Next is always have extra supplies. I've already covered this, but in this pencil pouch, I constantly keep about 10 pencils just in case, so that if anyone needs one, you're not giving out those like expensive lead pencils if you have any, like I do, and things like that, just so that everyone's prepared and then you don't have it where there's like, I need a pencil! And then no one wants to give a pencil because they all have lead pencils. It's just nice to keep about 5 or 6 normal number 2 pencils, just in case, so that everyone's happy and you're not getting things messed up. Aggressive. Next is about the girl pouch, as I like to call it, because yeah. Be sure, for me personally, I may even not even have this year and just put it straight into the backpack, is having a complete pocket for it I'm planning on, because I want to be able to have about 2 pads of every type. I only have 1 type of tampon, but things like that. Having hand sanitizer, tissues, mascara if you're a makeup wearer. I don't wear makeup like ever, so yeah. Deodorant, perfume, lotion, just anything. You could even keep Q-tips in here. But just be sure to always have everything you need, because you never know what's gonna happen, just in case. So yeah. And my final tip is always have an extra outfit. Now, yes, we have human resources at our school, I think it's called, where you can go and get, like if you bleed through your pants, you can get a new pair of pants, things like that, but it's nothing like wearing your own clothes. So what I would recommend is be sure to keep an extra pair, like an entire extra outfit with you at all times, because you never know what's going to happen. So if it's going to be, hey, you ripped your shirt, hey, I can go to my backpack and get a hoodie or a t-shirt. Hey, that time of month started and it's not being nice to me, I can go to my backpack and get an extra pair of jeans or leggings or whatever. Hey, you're dress coded because your jeans are too ripped. Hey, I have another pair of pants in there, I can just go get it and I'll be fine. It's just things like that, just to make sure that you're prepared and so that nothing happens, and then you have a whole big mess on your hands, just so everyone's happy and you don't cause as much problems. Usually, from what I've learned, I am going to do an entire video of once I get, because I'm going to orientation soon, once I get the information, I am going to look at the dress code and make an entire video that is dedicated to dress code friendly outfits, so that everyone's happy and that are appropriate for school. This one's probably just a first world problem, but I'm just telling you all just in case you're stupid like I am. I don't think any of you all are stupid, but I've made this dumb decision and I don't want you all to make this dumb decision either. So, here's a little story time. Story time. So, it's 6th grade. It's me. Hi, I'm Savannah. And I'm in 6th grade. So, in our school, we were not allowed to have our phones on during the day, or we were allowed to have them on us, but we were not allowed to have them on. So, 6th grade, I'm not allowed to have my phone on, but I have it on me. I decided to put it in my pencil pouch. Number 1, do not do that. This whole reason why I'm making this tip. But I put my phone in my pencil pouch just because I'm like, oh, it's easy. I can just grab it if I need it. It's right there, and no one's gonna see it to steal it because it's in my pencil pouch. It's not in my back pocket or something like that. What ended up happening, because I'm a dumb human, I'm trying not to swear because, but yeah. What ended up happening was I had a pencil in the pencil pouch because that's what you're supposed to put in a pencil pouch. Well, on my back camera, I lift up my phone, turn it around, and I see a big pinhole in the back of my camera. Guess what put it in the back of my camera? The pencil. It was just a generic plastic Target lead pencil, but it went through the glass of my camera because I dropped my phone. I dropped the pencil pouch that day. and with that, it dropped my phone and put a big hole through the camera. So, just a warning, because learn from my mistakes, because I can be stupid at times. Don't put your pencils or your your phones in your pencil pockets, because it's just not gonna end well for anyone. And yeah, just because I ended up having to get a newish phone. It was very weird. We had insurance on it, and like we were able to give me a new phone that was a lot cheaper, but like it was $100 and something. So like, yeah, you don't want to be putting that money on your parents or you. So just don't be stupid. I'm probably the only person that have had that done too, but yeah, just letting you know. Tell me down in the comments if you've had that done, because I'm really curious, because I just told you I've had it happen, so I want to know if you all had it happen, so yeah. Okay, so that was the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. The chaotic things that have happened to me through years of school, and maybe it will help you. So yeah.